Alright, guys, welcome in to another stream. Today will be Blitz Rivals Cup. Once again, all games will be played on EU, and we do have 4 main teams that are playing top 4 in this tournament. So if I slide this over, this will start in 15 minutes for AQVA and BLOVE, which we will be spectating, and then we will be spectating the lower rounds 50 minutes after that. So that is that as well. Each match or whatever is 9 games long, or not 9 games long, best of 9. So one team has to win at least 5 games to, secure the victory against the other team. We will watch AQVA BLOVE, and then we will watch the loser of the one we will watch and the loser of BPS and QQ as well. If you do go to my giveaway down here in my giveaways tab, we will start the fan container giveaway. And as a matter of fact, right now we will start the battle pass giveaway for probably 60 minutes. That shouldn't be too long. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so make sure to join this. We have 2 giveaways being hosted right now. As well, Cora will be doing the same thing on his. I think he's streaming the other one. So make sure to tune in as well. But back to Blitz Rivals Cup. This is the first day of stage 1, or stage 4. There are 2 stages. We have top 4, and then I think we have the final 2 teams compete for the last one. Let me actually look at the bracket here. Is it posted? Okay, it's not posted there. Here we go. So this is it. Match 3 will actually be best of... Oh, there are both best of 7s, even though I heard best of a 9. Alright. Best of 7s, it's always good to check. Then winner 1, winner 2, and then loser 1, loser 2. So we do not have the actually match 3. Yeah, will be going on today. We will have 2, I think, for next stream to watch. I'm going to try and pull up the Google Sheet to see if I can find where they posted it, although it doesn't look like I can. Yeah, I can't actually find the sheet. Let me just go into Google Sheets and see if it pops up. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Alright. So we will be watching today, obviously. And then the rest tomorrow will be I think it'll just be the loser versus the winner, right? No? Unless there's, no, the winner of the loser's bracket will play the losers of the winner's bracket, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, so basically we have the two teams, QQ and who was the other team? QQ versus the other team, and then BLOVE and AQVA. If AQVA wins, then they play against the winner of the QQ game, and then the loser of the two winners plays the winner of the two losers, if that makes sense at all. What's up, Timothy? Knock. Welcome in. We should be good to go here. The games do start in 7 minutes. I'm not going to join the room until about 3 minutes left or so tanks are not shown. But stream should be around 2 hours today, a little under 2 hours. I will do a 1 battle pass right now, which is already going live in the Discord. And I will do one once the second game starts. Alright. Let me get into the room shortly. I'm not too sure if it's room 1 or room 2. Honestly, I should just be able to look up rivals. Room 2, yeah. That looks to be good. Everything is in order. It is 0-0. What's up? Wappy Enjoy, welcome in. BLOVE and AQVA. I don't know who some of these players are joining, but we will see. Did I see your offer? I did see your offer and I chose to ignore it. I also can't give 25k gold unless I buy it with actual bundle, and I haven't bought a single thing on Blitz for 2 years, I think it's been. So yes, it is best of 7, and both of the games we were watching. Actually, no, I think the bottom one is best of 9. If I do remember the sheet, I think it is best of 9. I'm actually gonna ask him for it. It might be posted. Hold on. No, okay, both lower rounds are best of 7. Okay. Then that is on me. Okay, so 2 best of 7s. Welcome in Zenus and Fowler. Unfortunately, I don't have the free cam mod. Probably could have done it for that. Honestly, I might try and do it right now. Although I don't think I have the time to do all that and then switch, unfortunately. It is all one server, so for next stream, I will add that. Alright, we should be able to start now. First map will be Alpenstadt, then the next 3 will be Port Bay, Faust, and a tiebreaker on Lagoon, if there is one. To make sure to join the giveaway. There's 2 currently in Discord. There will be 2 continuously throughout. It's just one will expire and I will create a new one. So technically 3 today. 4 fan containers and 2 battle passes for today's stream. Give me 1 moment to post. Okay, should be good in a few channels. Alright. What is up, Draconic? Welcome in. We should be able to start soon. We are now past the time to start. It is tournament player, so really do expect it to be late. Alright. So let me know, who do you guys think is going to win? Alright, here we go on Alpenstadt. BLOVE versus AQVA. Oh, I did forget to do the map video. We'll play that for the next one. So immediately we do see 3 AMXs pushing towards town. All of BLOVE will be going to CMB, while AQVA is making their way towards that. They are a little slow doing it though. We do have E50M and Super Conqueror at A. This map really is determined by the B cap, simply because a lot of tanks make a push for B cap, and that is ultimately the determining factor, because C and A are normally capped. AQVA do cap C and are aggressing on A, even though there is an E50M coming to help. We do see a push lined up from the M4s here, going down middle. On the left side of B cap, they have been unspotted until Wildburger spots them. They do get spotted by Wildburger. They do not shoot him. They try and get into cover fire very, very quickly. It does look like Daze will go down here. 4 MLEs coming in and putting nice shells into Daze. Daze goes down. Hit points somehow still even. We have a 3v1 on the backside, so AQVA should win this brawl in town because of the 3v1. Down goes Scorpion in the M4, and now BLOVE is kind of spread out. They're on lower HP as well and lower base cap. Still a 5v5 though. Either team can win at this point, but AQVA is looking a lot healthier than BLOVE. Warda does get taken out though, unfortunately. Wildburger does find Psychopath. He will be able to one-clip Psychopath out here. He just needs to not bounce the shell. Down goes the M4 on the other side, and it does look like AQVA will pick this one up very quickly. That will be it. AQVA will win round 1. They made a great push actually. They just didn't focus fire and HP share well enough. Alright, 1-0. I'm going to take the chat off so you can look at the top right. That was mainly for NA and EU games, but all of the games will be on EU, so you could just look top right for the score. What's comp meta? M4, E50M, a light tank, 2 and 5B, Hori. That's mainly just it. Maybe a batch at 200 LT. So instantly we do see a BLOVE push here, the exact same one as we saw before. We will see if it works out this time or not. Daze does push down, gets spotted. No shells are put into him. Wildburger does get to cross without getting spotted. BLOVE taking full A side map control, but will still be bound on base caps. Nobody actually is going for base caps. Classical might pick it up on his way over. Finally, we do see Psychopath picking up A base. It is very late, but better late than never. BLOVE is kind of re-pushing their spawn with the T100LT in the corner. Sorry about that, had a short interruption. Not much happening though. We do see all of the mobility in their spawn for BLOVE. Psychopath going to try and spot up B. Does successfully spot the M4, but is not going to do anything about it. BLOVE is slowly moving in. Lots of bleeding taking it from Scorpion. Wildburger going all the way out for the E50M on the outside. Does get spotted. There's nothing to help the E50M. He just needs to try and block as many shells or simply just run from the T100LT. BLOVE up on base cap. We do see a small push here from Mercy and AQVA. Mercy, AQVA, the same team, just a different clan tag. Down goes the E50M for AQVA. And BLOVE are going to be losing here. We do see a 2v2 over there. BLOVE is slightly winning that as well. Water will go down, the hills will go down, Daze will go down. 3 tanks down at once. It is a 6v3. AQVA do look to be having this one. BLOVE should get that, and AQVA do win on caps before they win by tanks. If we see a 4-0 sweep, that would be honestly kind of crazy. I don't think we will, but that very well could be crazy and could indeed happen. Also, do make sure to watch the other videos of Rivals Cup and maybe share them to your friends as well, as there is like a viewage thing. The more views that I get, the more I'm able to do it. So if I do get, I think 5K, I'm able to give away gold. So do try and help me with that. I think I am, I don't know what I'm at. I'm probably around 4K right now, honestly. So maybe a little push would help. Either this stream or the next should push me over, hopefully. We will see. And I do not have a Port Bay map, which is kind of sad. It's been out of rotation for quite a while, and I do not have a Port Bay map video. I think it is one of the only ones that I don't have. Fortunately, there is a very, very small camera ceiling here. All of BLOVE will go towards C, and all of AQVA will go towards A. So on this map, you do see a lot of town control from A side, simply because of all the houses in the middle, although there's lots of small places that you can sneak in shells, as well as you see there shots from across the map into the E50Ms for AQVA. BLOVE not starting this one out too strong, still doing pretty decent though. They are not in a horrible position. All of the E50Ms will be running. Unfortunately, one of them does get lit, which kind of foils their plan, as the E50Ms are supposed to be mostly unseen throughout the remainder of the battle until they start the push. We do though see a repush here from BLOVE with almost all of their tanks, all except for the M4 in the back. He potentially could be anchoring. We do see all of the tanks kind of in spawn here, clustered up. We do see small push pre-aiming from 3 of the AQVA players. Unfortunately, they do not pen 2 of them. Push comes in from BLOVE. There's 5 tanks over here, although there is a nasty blind fire setup here. Not blind fire, crossfire setup. We have the Hori in the back, as well as the T1LT is able to shoot right through there. All of the M4s are jumbled up here. Alpha under 1,000 HP. We will see a push here shortly. Just don't know from which team. Both teams are evenly spread out. 5 over here and 2 over here. This brawl will decide the game. It's just a matter of who will win the brawl. BLOVE doing good. They did manage to bleed about 3,000 hit points from AQVA, mostly from Alpha. Psychopath is pushing up very, very far. The T100 should get some shots into him soon, and we will see a AQVA push here most likely. The T100LT is rotating over. There is a disparity, a 5v6. Wildburger deciding to potentially maybe leave the push. In come BLOVE, trying to focus the Hori in the back, leaving most of the AMXs untouched, and try and push through. Down goes the hills. Great job from BLOVE for focus fire. Unfortunately, Ocean goes down as well. The Hori will become a one-shot and go down to the E50M most likely. Day's putting in a nice shell there, making Scorpion one shot. BLOVE will win this interaction, but will they win this one? They will win this one, or actually lose this one, never mind. Lose that one. Hit points are even. BLOVE is down on base cap. They have no bases anymore. We do see a 1v1. The Super Conqueror is most likely going to try and stay on base so that the E50Ms can't fully get a win on base. Wildburger is a one-shot. He needs to high roll the E50M to make sure he doesn't get caught out. They do not spot one another there. The Super Conqueror taking way too many shots. The E50M will come up behind the Super Conqueror here, maybe. Super Conqueror not making the best plays. Unfortunately, the E50M does kill the T100LT, and BLOVE win on base cap. Yes, there are 2 giveaways going on right now. 3 in total. 1 battle pass for this match. 1 battle pass for next match. And a full 4 and containers for 1 person across the entire stream. The score is 2-1. Again, we do not have a Port Bay map video. Faust, I know we do have, and then potentially a tiebreaker on Lagoon. So very in the meta lineups for both teams here. There is an E6 for BLOVE. You don't see that too often, although it is not very far out of the meta. The E6 does get switched, and now every tank is quote unquote in the meta. Here we go with game number 4 in the first match round. Looks like BLOVE will instantly start going towards C. AQVA will be going towards A. So clearly both teams do have a side that they like to play here. 927 into Psychopath going down. Great spots from the T100LT. Another shot into Scorpion. 623 as well. Hori putting in the work in the back. Great bleeds from AQVA. 2 tanks to around 1800 HP. And BLOVE need to already start playing this one a little bit safer, as they're down a lot on HP. They can't really push. We do see 2 tanks all the way far out on the boat. Not sure too much what they're used for. There's actually a great peeking spot there for the M4 to anchor if they were to stay in town the entire time. If you do already have the battle pass, please don't enter. You can put it on another account, but if you already have it and you're entering with that account, please do not enter. But you can put it on a different account if you have a different account. Just don't enter if you have it, because there will be no compensation for it. Unlike other tank giveaways, you will get compensation for the tank, but not for the battle pass. And it just kind of screws it up because I have to do another one later if you already do. Great plays from AQVA so far. They're kind of just staying back and waiting for a BLOVE push. They are as well spotting B cap to make sure nothing happens there. Now, in order to push this M4, you have to show your back to the majority of the team. There is a little bit of cover fire, but you will get shot here from 3 tanks. And as well, the Ho-Ri will put in some shells there. So this is actually a very great anchoring spot. I actually did not know about this, but that is actually pretty amazing right there. Both teams kind of playing it slow. Did they leave? No, they're AFK. I low-key got scared for a second. They're not AFK, they are just pre-aiming. But like they're playing still. They're not moving. Nokia had me for that one. Both teams playing it slow still. Base cap slowly ticking up. AQVA is winning on base cap. Classical starting to make some spotting plays. Wild does spot him. But nothing will happen because of it. Ho-Ri trying to get some shots in. Not going to be able to. And M4 will push up to B cap, and it will step on it. Wildburger will go out and try and spot. He is spotted by Alfar. BLOVE is making a push on the anchoring M4 all the way in the back. 4 tanks simply just going for 1. A huge anchoring spot for the M4. The E50M not able to get on the ship. The M4 will go down very, very easily there, but simply half of the HP used to get into that position will be taken away. Most of the AQVA team does shift for that push. There is a 2v1 on Seaside. Wildburger will be able to pick up Classical very, very soon. We have a continued BLOVE push. Warta needs to get into the game a little bit more, but no. AQVA wins on base cap simply because they got 2 kills before BLOVE could get any. Score is 2-2, pretty even for both teams. Next map will be Faust. And I do have a map video for Faust, which is great. Make sure to join the giveaway in the Discord if you are not already in it. It's basically a free battle pass if you do win, so why not enter? there are a few other streams going on as well, so make sure to check those out. So right off of the bat to start the battle, we see both of the teams rushing fully towards A. My sound is low. Turn it up just a slight little bit. Two E50Ms will meet one another at A side. The rest of the team coming in shortly. We do see the M4 did get his ammo rack damage from the E50 shell. He will have to simply just use a repair kit instantly there. Both teams are at A. Luckily, this does have a high ceiling for the camera. Unfortunately, the game is being weird, blacking out. There's just speakers. Alright, I should be good though, I think. Turn myself up just a slight bit. Very, very similar for both teams. They look to be running almost the same strats. 3 tanks on A, and the rest kind of just sitting back in their spawn. So basically just a pub match right now until a team thinks the other team's bleeds are significant enough to push. Daze is spotted going under. We do see a few tanks going in towards the middle. The E50Ms will YOLO in on the M4. There is nobody to help. We do see Wildburger slowly coming in. Chieftain will slowly come in as well. But Daze's HP will already be mostly gone before they can get into the battle. BLOVE trying their best to keep the E50Ms alive. They're not going to be able to. There's an M4 there. In comes 2 more M4s to get behind. Down goes Daze. Down goes both of the E50Ms. The Chieftain will be picked up here very, very shortly. Unfortunately, Ocean does miss. He should get the kill shot there, though. Wildburger becoming a one-shot. Could have used AG there to one-shot the bat shot, though, but did not want to risk anything. Ocean not going to be able to get the shot in on the bat shot. The hills will go down. BLOVE is down on HP. They do push in through to kill Wildburger. It is a 3v4. BLOVE down on HP but up on guns. Alfar will be getting focused for 1300, 1400 damage. Classical should be able to easily pick up that kill very, very soon. E50M pushing in low for the kill on Psychopath. Oh, so we just do that. Does get the kill on Psychopath. Moves towards Ocean. It is a 3v2. BLOVE bringing it back. AQVA not being able to play it to the best of their ability. They're up on guns. Hopefully they do get the kill on Ocean. They're going to have to YOLO down low. Classical not being able there to help. There is the other AMX for BLOVE. And The HP is only a 400 HP difference exactly. Classical needs to be very cautious as he is on one shot. Does look like the E50M is going out there to try and find the chieftain, although he does fully just leave the chieftain or the AMX all by himself in middle, and is just going to go on the outside, and it does look like BLOVE will come back on this one. I'm not too sure how the E50M will cook anything up here. He does need to kill the chieftain first before he can start working on the two firebirds. The E50M is simply just waiting for another tank to push. There is a C-cap player. He's going to fully YOLO the C-cap player. He, unfortunately, I don't think will be able to get a second shell. Doesn't look like it. He is now going to run. He's not playing horribly. Could actually maybe win this one, potentially. Does get spotted by the M4. The M4 does not pen. Unfortunately, he doesn't pen either. It was a pretty decent shell, though, shooting through the tarp. And now he's pushed himself into a pretty horrible position. It looks like BLOVE will take this one unless he just fully YOLOs down low. Yeah, rip. That will be it for AQVA. Two to three here could be match point if BLOVE do win the next game. Although we could see a tiebreaker as well. What is up, Mike? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Dondi, welcome in. SK, welcome in. Everybody else, welcome into the stream. How are you all doing today? We do see a split here from BLOVE. Same thing for AQVA as well. Apologies, I had to sneeze and I didn't want to nuke the mic. Similar to what we saw last round, a lot of the tanks will be going towards A after initially grabbing D and C. So both teams do have a very similar strat sketch. Two M4s going low could potentially be great if the M4s do go right here where they will not be shot. Staying near the wall, putting lots of shells into Scorpion. How far we'll be able to put in a shell as well. 871. All of BLOVE going towards A with a push. We do see nobody at C. Wildburger and Days are at C by themselves. BLOVE should easily win this brawl here, while Wildburger and Days are out of the fight. The Hills is getting focused. He will go down very, very quickly to the E50M. Down goes the E50M as well. Ghosty becoming a one-shot. Down goes Ghosty. BLOVE losing this one so far because of that push. 5v4. BLOVE is down. The AMX M4 in between these two will get focused next. Psychopath will go down very, very shortly. And now only 3 tanks remain for BLOVE, all of them under half HP. Just like we look like we see an AQVA win and I think a tiebreaker. That is great. We do see a tiebreaker. I will most likely just play a game or two until the next match starts, like a pub game, because I think we do have time to wait after this, even though it was a tiebreaker. The tiebreaker game will be on Lagoon. I'm not too sure how they determine spawns. It might just be a random roll of the dice. You get this spawn and the other team gets this one. Not too certain. I do have a map video though for Lagoon, which is great. So we do have Days. He is streaming his POV. Oh, did not mean to click it. Days is streaming his POV, and then it should be N90 and Pyro. Okay. I'm not sure where Pyro came from, but N90 is streaming as well. Oh, I thought N90 was just streaming. Anyways. Decided to do that because we had another glitch. I need to fix that. Must be something with OBS with the settings. Might be a keybind issue. I will check that out after the stream. The second time it happened only twice so far, which isn't horrible. We do see a far A side push from BLOVE, fully taking A side control, although AQVA do have map control over the rest of the map. The E50M becoming a one-shot for AQVA. He is a weak link here. There is 2 M4s YOLOing in, or E50M and an M4. Days and the Chieftain do pop out, and we'll get very, very nice shells into the E50M. Down goes the E50M for AQVA. A huge push from BLOVE, which is starting to work out. doing it pretty decent for them. They will be focusing Ghosty. The E50M for BLOVE will get picked up by Daze on the other side, as well as Scorpion. Down goes Ghosty for AQVA. Alfar will get picked up very, very quickly. Daze putting in lots of shells in a classical. Unfortunately, he failed HE'd right there. The 3v4. The Chieftain will go down, and it does look like BLOVE will win this one. It'll be a 4v2 after this. BLOVE still needs to play this one smart if they do want to win. The loser of this match, we will be watching playing the loser of the other match. We do see the M4 capping B. He is one of the most healthiest tanks on the team. He will go for the cap and the most armored tank as well. Daze and Wild won't be going for that bait at all. They'll let them cap B. They're trying to play it safe. Wildburger might get spotted making this push. No, he does have cover. Classical will not spot them, but will get a spot here. He's looking the opposite direction. Wildburger not looking the right way either. Daze is still in the back, getting spots on their spawn. Wildburger will be pushing towards Warda, even though he has no idea that Warda is there. He unfortunately will not be able to get this spot and kill most likely, as a Warda will just be able to escape. Does apply reactive just in case, but does get out just in time. Both teams playing it safe as they should. No spot there. The bush helping both of the players there. Wildburger does get spotted by Ocean. Ocean does put in a failed HESH shell, unfortunately. Wild does spot two of their tanks. Daze will push up for the M4. If he does push up for the M4, I think the rest of the BLOVE team will push towards Wild, if not Ocean. Wildburger taking lots of shots. I think he's bled over 600 HP. Not looking good. This is the tiebreaker match for them. Cannot be taking shots like that. Daze pushing up. Ocean does spot him. Daze in a bad position. Gets shot by the M4. He's going to push up, get shot by the Chieftain most likely. Does not, but he does bounce the Chieftain. I honestly don't see any way for AQVA to win this one. Daze needs to simply run away from Ocean. He won't be able to do so, and he will go down. Wildburger 2v1 back here will be game over. BLOVE played it well, and they will win the match. Great job from the M4 and Classical the Chieftain. Did great from them, and that will be it for at least AQVA and BLOVE. Now we play AQVA versus the loser of round 1, which I'm not too sure. It might be the same room. Let me double check. Alright, so the lower round starts in actually 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So we will stay here, not play any games. It will be AQVA versus the loser of BPS and QQ, and it looks like BPS did lose, I think, as BPS is already in our room and everybody else is staying. Let me show the match schedule real quick. No, I actually need to go to the other one, as a matter of fact. Room 1. Actually, no, hold on. Worded it weirdly. Said upper round instead of upper final. Okay, so we will stay here and watch the lower round. AQVA versus BPS. So I will start the second giveaway. Congratulations to whoever won the battle pass. I'm going to create another one for this match between these two players as well. One winner, 1 hour, second battle pass. The next match between these two players should start very shortly, waiting for BPS, and I don't know why some of the AQVA players left, but we will wait for some of them to join back and for BPS players to filter in. Congrats to Mifco on the battle pass. Is he even here? Not sure if he's even there. We'll see. I will ping them all at the end though and make sure they do message me. Also tomorrow, I might be streaming a different tank game, a beta test of Steel Aces. We will see how well the game plays on my PC and potentially could be streaming a Steel Aces gameplay stream. Alright, of course, already past the allotted time slot. Wildberger is in, don't know why he left, but now we're just waiting for one player for BPS, and we will start the match. Canal will be the first map. I do have videos for all of these. Is Canal, Black Goldville, Normandy, and then a tiebreaker on Middleburg, if there is one. So both of these teams are in the losers bracket. Whoever loses this match is simply just out of the tournament. Top 4 if you lose these. The winner is guaranteed top 3. But top 3 will be determined next stream, which will be tomorrow. Will be top 1, top 2, and top 3. For next stream. This stream only determines top 4 and placement for tomorrow. Alright, most tanks readying up. Very similar lineouts for both teams. Simply might be wanting to spec. He's put out, and then he just left. What's up, Noel? Welcome in. Waiting for one player for BPS, and we will start. The map will be Canal. If you guys do like the map videos, the Canal one is pretty good as well. But of course, just waiting for one player to ready up or to even get in the room and then ready up after that. Looks like Simply will be back. He's just waiting in the middle in a tier 1 tank. Not too sure why. But doesn't look to be playing from what I can see, so we're just waiting, unfortunately. Potato PC can't even run Steel Aces. When I ran it, it was perfectly fine until I shot. When I shot, and I don't like the aiming system simply because I can't tell if I'm bounced or not. It's very weird. You can't pen the lower plate of a mouse very easily. Alright. We do see AQVA instantly capping C. Put themselves on the board for caps. They did get spotted and crossfired at the start of the match. I don't think he actually got spotted. He just got blind fired from the two E50Ms. Unfortunately, on the cross here, they do blind fire one another, and Daze actually did get hit. Nice shot from the M4 onto the E50M. Was it the turret or the... What was the turret? Nice shell. T100 of the LT is the only one at A. If Wildburger can make the T100 go back, it would work out for him. Wildburger might lose this 1v1, even though he has reactive pops. Wildburger, he needs to try and push the T100 LT up and out of there. The Ho-Ri will be able to kill Wildburger. Ghosty not being able to put in the kill shot. And I think that was a slight misplay by Wildburger. If Wildburger drove up the rock and pushed the M4 out of, or the T100 out of the way, then he would have gone down. A huge brawl on the other side here. Two E50Ms go down. BPS slowly coming in. They do look to be winning this brawl very, very quickly. That will be a 3v5, 2v5 now on this side, while the M4 does get picked off by the T100 LT and the Ho-Ri. Down goes Alfar, and the Kron is the last one remaining. Just in case you guys didn't know, AQVA is just a Mercy team. Like, it's just a part of a Mercy team. There are 4 Mercy teams. Just this one is like a different section. There's 4 different sections. So it does look like Mifco is there. Already have it. So they already have it. So they already have the battle pass. We will re-roll the first battle pass once I let them know. He wants something similar value. Yeah, I can't do that. Instantly, we see 3 BPS players going down low, most likely to catch Alfar off guard. Alfar. It does get shot multiple times though. HP is even. Bleeds are still around the same. AQVA do take full control of A while BPS takes full control of D. Kitsune starting to go around the back already. Flexibee is still waiting in the spawn. Wildburger will be putting lots of blind fire shells into the E50M as well as a lot into the AMXs. Personally, I do think Aqua will win this one simply because they have the quote-unquote better side of the map. I do think that the lower part is much easier to play on and defend than D side, where you have to attack and then cap a base. Although BPS is doing it pretty decently, Alphar does drop down. BPS does cap C, which is exactly what they need to do to win the game. Now they just need to make a push either under or towards the right to get kills, and then they can win the game. Right now, all they need to do is have a good brawl and simply just focus fire. That's it. Get Alphar and Daze out of the game, and then they win. They have to wait for base cap, though, unfortunately. That being said, it does look like we're going to have to wait a little while for them to start to get into this match. Symphony becoming really, really low on the far left. Lots of shots from the bat chat put into the front of his tank. He's just been getting sprayed by the bat chat. Alphar does go down on the far outside. Flexibly does put in a kill shot there. Daniel taking 500 damage. He will now be the new focus fire. Everybody will be staring at him. Daze putting in a nice shell. Daniel will most likely go down if he doesn't block the shell from Daze. Down goes Daniel, down goes Daze. Say 5v6. BPS playing this one really, really well, actually. Hypnotizing, getting shots in on the hills. The E50M should get the kill here on the AMX. Punisher does instead. 4v6. BPS looking really, really good, actually. The Hori YOLOing in. Popping reactive, trying to get a kill. That's all that he needs. Because BPS is up right now. All he needs is a kill. Down goes the E50M and 200 LT. Gets a nice shell. Ghosty just needs to kill an M4. Ghosty staying at 1 HP. Doesn't get the kill on one of the M4s. That could be game changing. Nice shots there from the Hori, equalizing the trade out, and then the 200 LT does get the kill, and BPS win this one. Great job from BPS there, actually. They had great focus fires, great comms, and overall played really, really well. So I will re-roll the other battle pass. Just the previous one, I'm not going to create a new, like an entirely new one for you guys to join. I'm just going to re-roll the previous one. Unless he comes up with like a good idea to add it to one of his alt accounts, then of course I will give it to him. But he says he already has it. Next map will be Black Goldville. BPS is up 2-0. We might see a 4-0 here. Aqua might be put out of the game very, very quickly. Although we did see a 2-0 lead for, pretty sure it was AQVA in the previous match. Also, if you guys weren't there when I said it, make sure to watch previous videos, live streams, and anything else. Share them with your friends, because if I do hit a certain amount of views on all of them combined, I will be able to give away 3K gold tomorrow, actually. So if I do get enough views by tomorrow, we'll do 3K gold, 2 battle passes, and 4 fan containers. That's a pretty damn good giveaway if I've ever seen one. Giving away 4 different things, which is great. I could split the gold 1,000, so I could give away 7 different ones at the same time. That would honestly be amazing. Or I could just do the 3,000 gold separately on a different stream, like 500 to 6 winners. That doesn't do too bad. Alright. Instantly, we do see BPS taking full control of A side. AQVA will have nobody at AL. There is a anchor in the back. A lot of the times you do see an anchor back in that spot back there, but no, we do see a Kron anchoring right here. Kron is one of the best anchoring tanks in this map, simply because there's so many places you can put him. You can put him there, you can put him here, you can put him all the way back here, hold down in this position. There's so many places that you can put him. You can put him here as well. As not really the best spot though. Simply just great positioning. We do see Omicron did take 1 shell, most likely from an HE from the 215B, or a shell from a 200 LT. We do not see any shots in. It must have been a track shell then. He does get spotted, letting his team know that there's a light tank over at A. It's soon trying to push up and spot the Batchat Daniel, not doing too much. We do see the Kron getting shot quite a lot. Half of his HP will be gone. Symphony and Punisher do put a few shells into him as well. He's pushing over a little bit left. Not too much happening right now either, as we saw in the last game. Not much happened there either. BPS is down 10 on base cap. Not a lot, but they are still down, which means they do need to make a push. Base cap is such a huge thing in comp, simply because it sways the battle of who needs to push and who needs to kind of defend. Now, obviously, they could, instead of simply just going for bases because the HP is so close, they could just brawl it out and try and not win on cap, but the disparity is so close that if they focus fire better than AQVA, then they can win the match pretty easily. Mifko won again. He won the other one as well. I haven't looked, but if he won the other one as well, that would be very very funny. Thankfully, I will be re-rolling the battle pass. Now, if he didn't have the battle pass and he won both of them, that would be crazy. Not too much happening, it's simply the same situation as previously. Base caps are getting a lot closer. We do see lots of the BPS players going towards the left. We do see a push here, most likely. Hypnotizing does get spotted by Wildburger all the way over there. BPS will be making a play for B. Symphony, not too sure what the play is there. Getting shot from all angles and then deciding to back up. BPS, though, have the 200 LT coming in and is making up for it with this great focus fire. And unfortunately, it does look like AQVA will take this one simply because BPS took way too long to push. Oh, he did win 4 containers. That's crazy. Wow, winning 2, one right after another. Wow. Let me re-roll the other one really quick. I think I just copy the link or the ID. I think I just copy the message ID. Okay, so hopefully that didn't work. Alright, so yeah, okay, unfortunately it didn't. That's the link, unfortunately. Timothy. Congrats. So I will have those 2. And there is still 1 battle pass that you can go for. Alright, similar lineups for both teams here. Now, you guys will see the blind fires at the start of the map. Punisher does get hit. It is a great blind fire map for red, which will be AQVA. Punisher did get hit. He was the only one who got hit. Timothy's win 4 containers. Should he not? Oh, never mind. Okay. He doesn't win 4 containers. We'll switch it to battle pass. Timothy, you win battle pass, not 4 containers. Whoops. It's better, so no complaining. You get battle pass is better than 4 containers. AQVA once again up on base cap. BPS need to make a play. Am I stuck? Oh, I hate this. I get stuck here on the canyons. Nice bleeds from the 200 LT, very far side, getting lots of shots in on the Emily's and the Crons. Timothy, send me your info in direct messages. You can't, I don't think you can look back at stream chat. Actually, yeah, I think you can, but I'm not looking through the entire stream chat. Just send me a DM, nice and quick. Both teams just sitting out waiting for one another, getting bleeds. Fortunately, this is the boring side of comp. Everybody sits there waiting for intel. We do see the 200 LT getting very, very close to B. Stepping in B, but then leaving. Kitsune making sure that AQVA do have a B recap or reset player, which they do, of course, is the Kron. I think the Kron did get blind fired as well. We will actually go and double check that. It does look like he got blind fired. He did. On the bottom left here in the track. Or excuse me, bottom right in the track. Gets a nice shot and flexibly. It does look like most of the BPS team is huddled around B and C. In come a push from AQVA onto Daniel and the E50M on the left. BPS will be pushing through B, trying not to get shot. Kitsune will take a shot there from the Hori. Not the best play, but he needs to try and stay on the cap. BPS will get slaughtered. 3 of their tanks already going down, and AQVA will tie that up 2-2. Next map will be Normandy. Alright, potentially 3 more games left. We might see another tiebreaker. That would actually be pretty great. You can see how the EU teams are pretty well, like, spaced out and have decent players on both teams. Now, on NA, that is a lot different. On NA, you have 2 teams, basically. You have I guess you have four types of teams. You have Joker, it's its own team. Origin is its own team. Then you have the other two top 4 teams. We'll classify those in one. So 5, you have Origin, Joker. Those are 2 by itself. Then you have the other 2 top 2 that sometimes get top 2. And then you have a few others, which I will say after this no map video for Normandy. Actually, I lied, there is. It's just at the bottom and I didn't scroll. So, Origin, Joker for the top 2 teams, and then you have the top 8 teams that randomly place within top 8. And then you just have the top 16 teams with a bunch of like randoms. That's basically NA. Top 4 is really the only competitive on NA. Top 8 is decently competitive depending on who you're facing, but Wildburger taking 900 for that. I'm not too sure what play that was. Kind of going on the hill a little bit and then going down. Great bleeds from BPS. 3 tanks have taken off at least 2,000 HP for AQVA. The M4 in mid does have his ammo rack damaged. She will have a very, very slow reload from now on. Surprisingly, you do not see a IS-4 at the bottom as you would see on NA. 9 times out of 10 on NA you would see an IS-4 right here instead of an AMX. Hopefully soon we do see a BPS push. They are up 4,000 HP and soon to be base caps as well. Still, great bleeds by BPS. Everybody on AQVA has taken at least 1 shot from a BPS player. 563 from Daniel. I know that hurts. Dekron pushing up. He's going to become a 1-shot. He just YOLOs on over. Not too sure what that play was from AQVA, but nonetheless, they will lose. Great bleeds from BPS, making AQVA just look like a bad pub team. And it will basically just be a sweep for the rest of the game. Wildburger will pick up Daniel though, although Days and the 215B will go down very, very shortly. Did see 2 bounces there on the M4. But now, the M4 does get a kill for AQVA. Unfortunately, it's not gonna matter. Just great job there by BPS. How many rounds are left? This is the last one for today. There will be 2 tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. To watch. 2 or 3. Speaking of 2 or 3, score is 2-3. I will send Wargaming your guys' info for the giveaways after the tournament ends. So make sure to wait just a little bit for your rewards. Still, on Normandy, bonds have been swapped. And I will play the map video because I decided to scroll down. I didn't know I needed to. But it is the only one. Normandy is the only map video that I have to scroll down for on my OBS, so that is sad. Okay, with an Aqua and bring in Dash Step, yeah. Well, we saw how good BLM did on NA. I think they lost every round except for 4. Or every game except for like 4. They didn't do too great. But yeah, BLM wasn't placed anywhere on NA at all. They were just like good in scrims. Am I a member of the clan I mentioned? I'm a member of Origin, but they have been top 2 with Joker for many seasons. Oh, for SK? Yeah, SK's in step, I think. Alright. VPS does secure D. Nobody going for C for Aqua. They do take map control in the middle. They have no light tanks at all, or medium tanks for BPS. Aqua do have a E50M and 200 LT. Punisher yellowing in towards A. Not too sure how well of a play that is. It does look like he will not be able to get A, unfortunately. Yeah, he will back out. Won't be able to get A. Nice shots from Wildburger and the E50M on that side. If we do see a push on the left, we will see a push on the right as well. Ghosty taking 1400 damage to put 1 shell into the 215B. Not too sure how that'll work. Aqua putting tons of shells into Symphony here. The Crons will use their clips. Zerd using his entire clip into the MLE in the middle. Aqua trying to step C in their last ditch efforts, although they are nope, not anymore. They're not up a tank. Very even for both teams. It is going to be coming down to an HP / tank battle here instead of a base cap battle. Down goes 1 tank for each team. It is a 5v5. This is tiebreaker. Oh, this is not tiebreaker. Tiebreaker will be after this if the losing team does win. I'm not too sure who's winning. I think BPS is up. So Aqua does need to win this round, which they are actually winning this round. Looking at very good for Aqua. Unfortunately, the E50M didn't put the kill shot in there. It should work out though. Shouldn't be too bad. The main brawl will happen here. Still a 5v5. The loser of this match, not the game, the entire match will be knocked out of the tournament. 4v3, all tanks under 1000 HP, all sitting around under 500 pretty much, except for Symphony. Symphony somehow still alive in the middle, even though they focused him so hardly at the start of the match. Unfortunately, BPS will most likely lose this one. Wildburger did spot it though. I was going to say BPS have or don't have a light tank. Well, Daniel's making a very, very egregious play here. Try and put a shell in the wild. He should be able to get one very, very soon. Doesn't get it there. The 200 LT does put a shot in. The Chieftain will be coming outside. 3v2. BPS doing good. It'll be a 2v2. Day's not able, or not Daniel, not able to put the kill shell into wild. AQVA can win this one very, very easily if they do use Wildburger efficiently. Kitsune is a one-shot to Wildburger, while now both of them are one-shot. It does look like BPS will lose this one. AQVA have a light tank. In the end, that is what helped them win this game. Down goes Symphony. And that will be the end of the game. Most likely. Kitsune gets a nice shell there. Wildburger's at sea. We will see what happens here. Both tanks are a one-shot. Kitsune needs to high roll just quite a bit to kill Wildburger. Maybe not high roll, just have a higher roll. Kitsune spotted. Wildburger going all the way on the outside. Not spotted yet. Not spotted yet. Wildburger gets the kill. Great job from Wildburger there. Solo-handedly carrying his team in the end. Great light tank player. Ended up doing 4k damage, the most on both teams. It is a 3-3 now. Both teams have been in a tiebreaker, which is pretty amazing actually. Shows how good EU is. The winner of this match will stay in and place at least top 3. The loser of this match will be bumped out and will stay at top 4. And will be in 4th place. Last map will be Middleburg. A very 50-50 map. On one hand, you have the upper side with little to none cover, and then you have the towns. So much cover, it's kind of crazy. Unless you are shooting down the alleys, you really can't shoot another tank. Got IP banned from... How do you get IP banned from EU? What did you do? But let's see when the other giveaway ends. The other giveaway will end in 11 minutes, so I'll just play one game after this. And then the battle passes and other stuff will be decided. You guys missed it, but at the very start of the game, similar to the previous sandy map that we were on, was Black Goldville. The 2 and 5B for AQVA was shot on the crossover. He's all the way on the back, but he was shot on the crossover by, I think, Punisher, one of the AMXs. Both teams will be going up for Seaside. We do see one player down here. Symphony will be anchoring in the back. Half of the team for AQVA is at B, Days, capping B, and then dropping back. This looks like Wildburger will go up. There are no light tanks on this map whatsoever. No medium tanks either. Both teams fully heavy, 18,000 hit points for each team. AQVA is up on base cap, although we see that doesn't fully matter too much as BPS did a great job on Canal when they were down a lot on base cap. Daniel and Punisher slowly pushing up for BPS. Punisher will be taking shells for that. Bad map for the tiebreaker. I kind of agree. But honestly, I don't know. I think they were random, but I'm not the biggest fan of Middleburg. Ghosty pushed out of his spot. We could potentially see a tank come up and play here, although they would have to take a shot from the MLE on the right. BPS trying to cap C. Daniel staring at Ghosty, trying to make sure he doesn't get spotted. He does successfully cap that area. Flexibly will run out of there, and hit points are the exact same, 2 HP difference, and BPS will shortly be up on caps. It is a 1v2 down to A. Do we see a BPS push? No, Flexibly does go back. We do see sort of a push for BPS, kind of a half-assed push here. Slowly getting to where they need to be, slowly putting in shells. Zerd taking 800, he will be getting very low. Flexibly will be able to put in a shell. There we go, kill shell. BPS looking great here, even though they're down on HP by quite a bit. They are up a gun, but they are down on base caps. Daniel will get picked up here, most likely. Kitsune misses his shell. If only he aimed that in, he would have killed Lyuda before he killed his teammate.
2v2 over here. The 2 and 5B will get focused. He will not go down. The M4 Firebird will go down. AQVA looking great. 3v2 over at A and heavy side. The hills becoming a one shot. The 2 and 5B should be able to successfully grab the kill. Doesn't. Flexibly doesn't use Hesh on the 2 and 5B to secure the win. And AQVA wins on base cap. Wow. That's it. That will be it for the games here. Fortunately, Flexibly didn't use Hesh to secure the kill. He did get the shell out in time. He just couldn't kill him because the M4 had reactive popped. Anyways, GG's, man. Well, wait, I'm gonna play one. I could care less about that. Play one last game. Do it in the ATAC. There is to be a new ATAC camo, I'm pretty sure. Not too sure where it's going to come from, but there is going to be a new ATAC camo. Legendary camo. Somewhat similar to this. I'm not too sure where it is, but I heard it was like a leak from I don't even remember who it was, but it's one of the official news servers. So talking about the shop, these offers honestly not the best. I mean, the shark one's not bad. The shark's a great tier 8 for like tier 8 tournaments. Honestly, concept's not really worth it. The E6 is a very high playing and damage dealing tank at tier 10, so maybe that potentially is worth it, although I wouldn't be spending 1700 on tier 10s. I'd try and be spending 1200 to 1500, but that is up to you. We will play one match in the ATAC for the giveaway to load in 5 minutes. So hopefully this game is somewhat longer than 3 minutes. We are lower on numbers. I'm actually going to leave that guy simply because we are low on numbers over there. 3v2 meds and lights. I'm spotted. Not too sure from what. There's the brass. Okay. I guess that wasn't the brightest idea. Still getting shot. It might be a quick game, unfortunately. Their tanks are in all the perfect spots to shoot me. I'm spotted. Yeah, okay, so their entire team is left. Put in a shot into this pair here. Only one though. Which is the reason I stayed back. Is because my team is dead on that side. My team is camping in spawn. Perfect. I tried to play passive, but I just ended up getting killed. I don't want to get shot from the scepter though. I'm spotted. Yeah, rep. I tried playing, but team was crazy. I played horrible at the start, but team just camping in the back. I have 3 players. Still haven't moved from spawn. I'm gonna try and play a better game in the 63. Honestly, wasn't going to win that one either way. Step would win 4-0, but GG. Yeah, GG. I feel like EU, you see better players a lot more often simply because the player base is larger. But that means you also see bots like a lot more often. Although I do like EU more than NA, but I do have bad ping on EU. Fortunately, bouncing the A attack there. I tried to aim for the turret. You can pen the turret of the A pack. Here's this. Not penning that shell in the minnow is a little crazy. Unfortunately, didn't see the 63, and we are already losing that quite a bit. Okay. Nice gun handling moment.
That one didn't go through.
And my entire team is that way. I just hope I don't get YOLO'd, which is exactly what's happening. And I brought him in front of my team and 2 of my teammates missed. Nice. Yeah, so I'm dead. WE gameplays. All of the heavies have done nothing. Half of the team is dead. Congrats to Outlaw for winning. We'll be ending stream. Obviously, I'm not playing well. That's because I've been streaming for 2 hours. Once you stream for, there's like a certain point that all streamers have. Once you're past that point, you just start playing horribly. And you're kind of done. I